Hey guys, up next I have a really cool interview for you. I have the very chic Robin Grossman. She owns City Trend Shop on Instagram where she sells pre-loved designer purses, jewelry, clothing. She puts them up to decorate. She has this great sense of style. She's local, she's amazing. You're gonna love her, so stay tuned and I'll see you guys next time. Have someone interesting here today. We have Robin with us and her cute little puppers that I love so much. They're going to be part of the interview too.
Clearly.
Okay, so Robin, I'm so excited to talk with you. Now, I actually heard before that you are from New York. So what brought you out here?
I came out to Arizona to attend ASU.
Okay,
yeah,
it was the whole time?
The whole time. It was the only school I applied to, not for the academics. It was more for the lifestyle,
Absolutely.
The weather.
What part of New York were you from?
I grew up right outside the city, about 30 minutes north of the city.
How was that growing up? I mean, being able to drive into the city like that, probably have some wild stories.
Now looking back at it, I wish I did even more than I did.
I know.
Yes, I took advantage of it, but now looking back, I'm like, wow, I was that close to the city.
And before social media, so there would be no footprint of all the crazy things you could have gotten into.
Can you imagine? I would not be sitting here with you right now.
I'm always thankful that social media was where it was whenever I was in my crazy years, because other than a few, disposable camera pictures, a lot of it isn't there anymore. So
It's a good thing for us.
Nobody's watching. Yeah. So you've been out here since college, and then have you done any other careers since then?
So basically my career, since after I graduated, I was a psych major, and I really never pursued that because I wanted not to continue school anymore. I was kind of done after the 4 years. I dabbed into sales, which absolutely used my psychology on an everyday basis. Went into recruiting for a little bit.
Part of the process. We love it. It's why we come to houses to do the interviews.
Yes, and anyway, so after sales, I was in sales for a long time. But then after my ex-husband had a business in the nutraceutical industry, and I worked with them and I did sales for them. And then I realized that I had always had this entrepreneur mind, that I was like, oh, I could always do something on my own. So basically, long story short, I took a product that was already in production that we had in our facility and lost product. It was called the Hollywood Miracle Diet.
Yeah, I remember those days, yes.
It's where you lose up to 10 pounds in 48 hours. And back in the day, oh my God, that was like, back in the day, meanwhile, this is like 20 years ago.
Oh.
Back in the day, this isn't like the 60s and 70s. So I took that formula and I reworked it, and I made a product called the Big Day Diet, where I marketed it to brides to lose weight within 48 hours. And it was phenomenal. I did that for a little while, and then
a little burp.
I mean, seriously, you're like, that's awesome. It's like, excuse me. And then from there, it just kind of took off. The company sold that year after, and then I eventually moved on to other entrepreneur things where I used to own kiosks in shopping centers and found really unique products. I loved going to trade shows and finding unique products that I thought would do really well. So one thing led to another, and I'm sitting here today.
Yeah. So do you still go to the trade shows and things
I do.
That?
I love it.
That sounds really fun.
I do. I love it. And every time I'm at a different trade show in a different industry, whether it's furniture, beauty, home decor, any industry, basically, I put myself into that industry, and I'm like, oh my God, I love this industry. I could do something with that. And that's how my mind just works. So I'm always dabbing into little things.
Yeah, I love that. Even just knowing you for a short amount of
I
time,
know.
I've noted that you're just like, I have this idea and this is great, go for it. And I think that that's something a lot of
Anything.
people are missing in their mind. So you're lucky that you have that. It's really cool. And then you have 2 kids, I've heard.
I have 2 kids,
Yeah.
18 and 22,
That's
both
awesome.
graduating this year.
That's so exciting. That's really great. Okay, so the whole reason I came here today was to talk about luxury goods. So I met you about a week ago at one of the local boutique pop-ups, and you were doing your sales, and it's all luxury, reloved pieces. Now, how on earth did you get into starting that, and how long has it been since you started that?
Okay, so I've been collecting vintage items probably the past like 15, maybe 20 years. At first, when I first started, I was so anti pre-loved. I was like, ugh, someone else's stuff. Like, I would never want to touch someone else's stuff, whether it had an odor or just whatever. But then I walked by a piece, and you should absolutely get a picture of it. The punching bag, it's a Louis Vuitton punching bag. I walked by a store in New York, and I was like, oh my God, this piece is phenomenal. I have to have it. I figured a way to get it, and it's now hanging in my home. And it just like, I just feel like these pieces have another story to tell. Like, I'm going to bring it into my